Over 60? The breakfast you eat may be quietly stealing your strength. Here's what to change today. There's a quiet routine that unfolds across millions of homes every morning. A warm cup of coffee. A slice of toast. Maybe a quick bowl of oatmeal or a sweetened yogurt cup. It feels harmless, comforting. Even. A ritual. But what if I told you that this familiar breakfast might be silently draining your strength, accelerating aging in your muscles, and fogging your memory? And worse, you wouldn't even feel it happening? My name is Dr. James McLaren, and after working with seniors for over 3 decades, I've seen a simple pattern, one that often determines who thrives in their 70s and who begins to fade before their time. And it all begins with how you start your morning. You see, breakfast isn't just the first meal of the day. For people over 60, it's a biological signal. It tells your metabolism whether to burn clean or crash. It tells your muscles whether to build or waste away. It even tells your brain whether to focus or fog. The truth is, some of the most common healthy breakfast foods marketed to seniors are quietly harming their health every single morning. Not in ways you can always see right away, but in the long game of energy, cognition, independence, and vitality. But here's the good news. Once you know what to avoid and what to replace it with, you can begin to restore what you thought was lost. In fact, science shows that just one change at breakfast can reduce inflammation, protect your memory, and even help reverse insulin resistance. So in this video, I'll guide you through 5 powerful truths that every senior deserves to hear before they eat another bite tomorrow morning. Some may surprise you. Some may challenge what you've believed for years. But all of them are backed by research, and more importantly, they are meant to serve your health, your clarity, and your strength. So stay with me until the very end. Because what you learn here could change not just how you eat, but how you live. And if you're someone who values honest, science-based insights made simple and heartfelt for people just like you, go ahead and subscribe to this channel now and hit the bell so you don't miss any upcoming videos. We are building a community here for those who want to age not just longer but better. Let's begin this morning's reflection with the first truth. What you thought was healthy may be silently draining your strength. For decades, we were told that oatmeal was the perfect breakfast, especially for older adults. It's labeled heart healthy, recommended in countless articles, and marketed as the gentle way to start your day. But there's a truth that rarely gets told. Not all oats are created equal. And for those over 60, this difference can quietly shape the course of your day and your health. Let me explain. Most people today don't eat traditional steel-cut oats. They eat instant oatmeal packets, the kind that comes in a box with promises of maple flavor, apples, and cinnamon, or reduced sugar. They are convenient, quick, and they look innocent. But inside that little packet is something your body may no longer be able to process the way it once could. Here's what's really happening. Instant oatmeal is highly processed, meaning the oats are ground so fine that they digest almost instantly. The moment they hit your stomach, they behave more like sugar than grain. Your blood sugar spikes. Your insulin surges. Then, just an hour later, your energy crashes. You feel shaky, irritable, hungry again. This isn't just a momentary inconvenience. For older adults, this cycle is deeply damaging. A study published in the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition found that seniors who consumed high glycemic breakfasts had 47% higher inflammation levels for up to 6 hours afterward. Think about that. You eat breakfast at 7 a.m., and the internal damage continues until nearly 1 p.m. And it doesn't stop there. Repeated morning sugar spikes are linked to a 40% increase in insulin resistance, which is a known pathway to type 2 diabetes. And here's what breaks my heart the most: so many older adults begin their day with instant oatmeal, believing it's helping them, when in reality it's quietly contributing to fatigue, cognitive decline, and muscle wasting. But this isn't about guilt. This is about awareness and change. If you enjoy oats, there's a better way. Whole, unprocessed steel-cut oats, soaked overnight and cooked slowly, behave differently in your body. They digest gradually. They keep your blood sugar steady. They nourish your muscles and brain instead of inflaming them. And even then, skip the added sugars. Instead, add a pinch of cinnamon, a handful of wild blueberries, or a few crushed walnuts. Let your breakfast work for you, not against you. Because after 60, every meal is more than just calories, it's a conversation with your cells. And your cells are still listening, still responding, still ready to rebuild. So the next time you reach for breakfast, pause for a moment. Ask yourself, will this fuel my strength or drain it? One quiet change today could be the difference between exhaustion and energy, between fading and flourishing. And it all begins with what's in your bowl. The sweet trap in your fridge that's quietly damaging your brain. For many older adults, breakfast is often something quick, soft, and familiar. And one of the most popular choices? Flavored yogurt. Vanilla, strawberry, peach smooth, creamy, and advertised as light, digestive-friendly, or packed with probiotics. It's easy to grab, easy to swallow, and it feels healthy. But here's what most people over 60 don't know. That little yogurt cup might contain more sugar than a candy bar. Some brands of flavored yogurt have over 22 grams of added sugar in a single serving. That's more than 5 teaspoons of sugar flooding your bloodstream before 9 a.m. And while your taste buds may be fooled by its silky sweetness, your metabolism, your brain, and your immune system are not. Let's talk about what that sugar does inside a senior's body. A recent study published in the Journal of Gerontology revealed that older adults who consumed high-sugar dairy products for breakfast experienced a 34% spike in inflammatory markers like CRP and Illinois-6 within just 2 hours. That's inflammation moving through your bloodstream, reaching your joints, your arteries, and most critically your brain. Chronic low-grade inflammation has been linked to a cognitive decline and memory loss, or accelerated muscle atrophy, a reduced immune function, increased fatigue and brain fog. And yet, because flavored yogurt is marketed with terms like healthy gut, many seniors don't think twice before making it their daily breakfast companion. But sugar isn't the only concern. Many flavored yogurts also contain artificial sweeteners, gums, synthetic flavorings, and food dyes, all of which can disrupt gut health, a foundation of your immune system and mental clarity. What's worse, low-fat versions of yogurt often replace fat with more sugar, further compromising your metabolic health. So what's the solution? It's simpler than you think. Switch to plain, unsweetened Greek yogurt. Not vanilla. Not strawberry. Just plain. And then, make it yours. Add fresh or frozen wild blueberries, a pinch of cinnamon, or a few slices of banana. You'll still get the probiotics and high-quality protein, but without the blood sugar roller coaster. Greek yogurt offers double the protein of regular yogurt, which is especially important for seniors aiming to preserve muscle mass and strength. And it has a thicker texture that's easier to digest and more satisfying, helping you feel full and focused without the crash. When you begin your day with balanced nourishment instead of sweetened illusions, you send a signal to your body. I choose clarity. I choose strength. I choose to protect my mind. Because breakfast isn't just about what you eat. It's about how you care for the brain and body you've worked so hard to carry through the decades. And sometimes, the smallest switch from flavor to plain can be the beginning of something powerful. The bowl that promises health but slowly steals it. You walk down the cereal aisle. Box after box filled with promises. Heart healthy. Whole grain. Low fat. Boosts energy. And for many older adults, pouring a quick bowl of cereal seems like a smart, simple way to start the day. Especially if your teeth are more sensitive now, or if you prefer something light and easy to eat. But here's the hidden truth behind that colorful box. Most breakfast cereals, even the ones labeled multigrain, high fiber, or bran, are highly processed, sugar-laced, and stripped of real nutrition. That means what you think is helping your heart may actually be hurting it. Let's look inside the box. Most cereals are made from refined grains that have been milled, bleached, or heat-treated to extend shelf life and speed up digestion. What does that mean for your body? It means those grains act like sugar. They break down rapidly, spike your blood glucose, and then leave you hungry, foggy, and inflamed within hours. Add to that the sweeteners, artificial vitamins, colors, and preservatives, and you're not just eating a light breakfast. You're consuming a chemical cocktail that your body may no longer be equipped to handle, especially after 60. Scientific studies back this up. A report from the British Medical Journal found that older adults who regularly consumed processed breakfast cereals had a 21% higher risk of developing type 2 diabetes. And research from a Nurses' Health study revealed that those who used cereal as their main breakfast had a 36% higher risk of abdominal fat gain after age 60. Now, you might think, it's not about weight anymore. But here's the thing. Abdominal fat isn't just about appearance. It's hormonally active. It releases inflammatory compounds that break down muscle tissue, disrupt insulin regulation, increase the risk of heart disease and stroke, And because so many older adults reach for cereal out of convenience, especially those with dentures or fatigue, the harm accumulates quietly, day after day. So what's the better choice? First, recognize this. Ease should never come at the cost of vitality. Instead of cereal, try options that are just as simple but far more nourishing. Or a small bowl of chia seed pudding. A scrambled pasture-raised eggs. Or a smoothie made with beets and wild blueberries. Or even a few slices of avocado with a boiled egg. These foods stabilize your blood sugar, reduce inflammation, and support lean muscle, all without synthetic ingredients or sugar crashes. Because in your 60s, 70s, and 80s, your morning meal is not about filling your stomach, it's about building your future. So the next time you lift that cereal box and pour it into your bowl, pause and ask yourself, is this real food or just a habit dressed up in marketing? You've come too far in life to give your body anything less than what it truly deserves. Not just what's easy, but what's worthy of your years. The most common breakfast that slowly erodes your body. It's the breakfast many of us grew up with. 2 slices of toast. A little margarine. Maybe a spoonful of jam. It's simple. It's quick. And for many older adults, it feels like home. But simplicity can be deceiving. Because this very combination, white toast with margarine and jam, is, without exaggeration, one of the most damaging meals a senior can start their day with. Let's break it down. White bread, though soft and easy to chew, is nutritionally empty. It's made from highly refined flour, stripped of the fiber, minerals, and natural compounds that slow digestion. That means within minutes, white bread turns into glucose in your bloodstream. It raises your blood sugar as sharply as soda. And if your breakfast includes 2 slices, you may be starting your day with a blood sugar surge your body can no longer manage. Now layer on margarine, marketed as a healthy butter substitute for years. But margarine is often made from industrial seed oils like soybean and canola. These oils are highly processed and rich in omega-6 fatty acids, which, when consumed in excess, fuel systemic inflammation. That inflammation doesn't just cause discomfort. It quietly damages blood vessels, accelerates the breakdown of muscle, and weakens immune defense, particularly in older adults. And then there's jam. A concentrated sugar paste that adds nothing but sweetness and a glucose spike. Even a modest spoonful contains more than 10 grams of added sugar, all of it rapidly absorbed, further stressing your insulin system. This isn't theory. It's reality. A study from the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition found that older adults who regularly ate refined bread combined with trans fats had a 48% higher risk of cognitive decline over 5 years. Another study from the European Journal of Endocrinology revealed that breakfasts high in refined carbs and seed oils caused a 34% drop in insulin sensitivity in adults over 60. That drop in sensitivity makes it harder for your cells to absorb glucose, leading to fatigue, fogginess, and the slow slide toward diabetes. But that's not all. This type of breakfast also shrinks muscle tissue over time, especially in aging bodies already prone to sarcopenia, the gradual loss of muscle mass. And with less muscle comes less stability, more falls, more weakness, and less independence. Here's the harshest part. This breakfast is still served every single day in nursing homes, hospitals, and households across the country. Not out of malice, but out of habit, out of tradition. And yet tradition must evolve when it no longer serves our well-being. So what can you do instead? Replace white toast with a small portion of steel-cut oats, unsweetened, a serving of plain Greek yogurt with berries, or a slice of whole grain sprouted bread if your digestion tolerates it well, or even a poached egg with sautéed spinach on the side. Cook with healthy fats like olive oil or grass-fed butter, not margarine. And most importantly, remember this truth. Food isn't just comfort. It's communication. Every meal speaks to your cells, your brain, your immune system. When you choose wisely, you're not just avoiding disease. You're investing in clarity, strength, and grace. Because aging well isn't about holding on to youth. It's about making choices that honor the body you live in now. And the first choice begins with what's on your plate. The healing power of a better breakfast and the 4 foods that can change everything. If the first part of this message has felt like a wake-up call, you're not alone. Many older adults have spent years trusting labels, habits, and traditions that no longer serve them. But this isn't about blame. It's about renewal. Because the truth is, your body is still listening even now. It still wants to repair, to strengthen, to focus. And with the right breakfast, It can. That's why I want to close this conversation by giving you something powerful. Not a warning, but a gift. There are 4 foods that seniors can add to their morning routine that aren't just healthy, they are transformational. They've been studied in clinical trials. They support cognition, reduce inflammation, and build muscle. And the best part? They are simple, affordable, and delicious. Let's begin. First, chia seed pudding. Tiny seeds, yes, but mighty in their effects. Just 2 tablespoons of chia seeds soaked overnight in almond or coconut milk creates a soft, satisfying pudding. It delivers over 10 grams of fiber and 4 grams of omega-3s, which are critical for older adults. These nutrients slow digestion, stabilize blood sugar, and feed your gut microbiome, your hidden immune engine. In a study from the Journal of Nutrition, Health, and Aging, seniors who consumed soluble fiber daily had 39% better insulin sensitivity and a 30% lower risk of muscle breakdown. This is the kind of breakfast that works silently but steadily for your long-term strength. Second, beets or beetroot smoothies. I know it may not sound like breakfast, but for seniors, beets are almost magical. They contain natural nitrates, which your body converts into nitric oxide. This compound improves blood flow to the brain, muscles, and heart. In a study from the Journal of Gerontology, older adults who drank beet juice daily saw a 21% improvement in muscle oxygenation and a 19% increase in walking speed. And another trial from Wake Forest University showed better brain function in just 4 days. You don't need to eat raw beets. Just blend half a cup of cooked beets with a banana, water, and a squeeze of lemon. It's earthy, energizing, and deeply rejuvenating. Third, pasture-raised eggs. So misunderstood. So essential. Each egg provides 6 grams of complete protein, along with vitamin B12, D, choline, and selenium. These support memory, metabolism, and muscle preservation. A study in the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition showed that seniors who ate 25 grams of protein at breakfast preserved 45% more muscle mass over time compared to those who ate mostly carbs. And choline, a nutrient many seniors lack, is vital for protecting your brain from shrinkage. Choose eggs from pasture-raised hens for more omega-3s and vitamin D. And cook them gently in olive oil, grass-fed butter, or poached in water. Wild blueberries. Not the big, watery ones in plastic tubs, but the small, dark wild blueberries rich in anthocyanins, which repair oxidative damage and enhance brain connectivity. In a study published in Nutrients, seniors who consumed 1 cup of wild blueberries daily saw significant improvements in memory and attention span within 90 days. Another study revealed a 52% drop in inflammatory markers. Sprinkle them on your chia pudding. Blend them into a smoothie. Or stir them into plain Greek yogurt. These berries don't just taste good. They defend your brain, your heart, and your mobility. You see, the best breakfast doesn't come in a box. It doesn't need a label. It grows, it nourishes, and it heals. And even if you've spent decades eating what you thought was best, you can choose differently today. Because aging isn't a decline. It's a refinement. A time to release what no longer works. And embrace what truly sustains you. Your breakfast can be your turning point. A moment of intention. A quiet commitment to strength, clarity, and presence. And you don't have to do it all at once. Just change one thing this week. 1 bowl. 1 ingredient. 1 new choice. Let that choice speak for you. If today's message resonated with you, even just 1 part 1, invite you to take 1 small action now. Subscribe to this channel for more simple, science-backed ways to live better after 60. Share this video with someone you care about. And in the comments below, tell us, what breakfast food are you going to replace first? We read every reply, and your experience could help someone else begin their own healing journey. Thank you for spending this time with me. Thank you for choosing to care for your body, your future, and your well-being. May your mornings from now on not just fill your stomach, but fuel your spirit. Wishing you a beautiful new day full of peace, strength, and purpose. Until next time.